right. And let me see now. It's kind of the midweek slump, so I'm not sure how many people will show up live. Bonus points for everyone who does. Um, okay, so welcome to day 3. This is our halfway point through the event. I hope you're enjoying it so far. And we want to start with our prize winner, as always. Before I go ahead with the prize winner, if you have questions or, comments or anything you want to share, now is the time. Post it in the chat, raise your hand, raise your digital hand, whatever you can do. And so we can have that ready when we get through the prize draw. Okay, so drum roll, please. The winner for the day 2 prize is Carrie Gill. Is it Kari? Carrie? And this, let me show you what she's winning. Carrie, if you're watching this, let me show you what you're winning. Share screen. Okay, you're going to get this, oops, this lovely, where did it go? This lovely notebook journal with a really great reminder for you on those days when, well, every day really, but to help erase this subconscious sabotage program. I'll read this to you. I don't know if you can see it. I hope this notebook serves as a quiet companion for you on your path, where every sentence, idea, or doodle brings you closer to what truly matters, reminding you that even on the toughest days, you have the courage, creativity, and resilience to keep going and make your dreams a reality. That pretty much sums up my whole feeling and blessing for you all on this challenge, on this event. Okay, so congratulations, Carrie. I hope you really enjoy it. And we will be in touch to get your mailing information. All right, so we'll go on to questions and answers. And after that, you'll want to stick around because, of course, the magic for today we're going to do is something really important, something that can really turn your whole results around. All right, so, oh, good morning, darling. Good morning to you, Shannon. Hello, Elise. Okay, but no questions, I see. Okay, so let's just jump in. Okay, so here's the thing. Remember, I said yesterday, those dreams that you're visioning that we were focusing on day 1, those dreams can absolutely be yours. They need to be yours, right? And they need to be realized in the world. And all it takes is your belief in its value and its potential, and then acting on that belief, acting in productive ways that really move the needle. In other words, you need to, your dreams aren't just going to happen. It's like if you buy a packet of seeds and you leave it on a countertop, it's never going to grow you the fruits or the vegetables or the flowers that you wanted when you bought the packet. You have to, invest yourself in growing that, whatever it is, that seed. In the same way, you need to invest yourself in growing your dream. You need to give it your time, your energy, your support. You need to make it a priority. Trust me on this one. I work with the clients I work with. I'm saying this all the time. Okay, but you said this is your priority, right? If it's not a priority, it's not going to happen. As simple as that. Too many other things going on, too many distractions. It's never a good time. There's always so much going on in life. If it's not this, it's something else, right? If you don't make it the center point of your day, the center point of your calendar, and work everything around it, at least a piece of your calendar, it's just not going to happen. You have to show up for it. You simply have to show up for it. There's a thing that I say to myself and to my clients all the time. You have to do what it takes, whatever it takes, for as long as it takes. no matter what. You see, that's the difference in people who make it to their dreams. They're willing to do the hard stuff, make the bold decisions, and keep going when it's tough. They're committed to doing this thing no matter what. The challenge is, most of us have a part of ourselves that is committed to whatever it takes, no matter what, but another part of ourselves that's actively working to stop us, distract us, make us doubt and delay and disbelieve. And often that's the part we most need to commit to doing whatever it takes, no matter what. So yesterday we faced our saboteur. We brought humor in to that inner voice that keeps on yammering about not enough and not ready and who do you think you are and all of that garbage. That voice, that imposter syndrome, thrives on three false fables we've been taught to believe. That's the focus for today, is these three false fables. Excuse me. The first false fable is not knowing makes you a fraud. That's false. Let me clarify. False. So, how many of you feel like you have to know everything before you can confidently step forward? Or that if you admit you don't know something, you're going to be exposed as a fraud? Even if you think you do know something, you're afraid that somebody knows more and is going to expose you as a fraud. But here's the truth. Your value, your worth, and what you offer the world, it isn't tied to knowing everything. That would be crazy, right? Because nobody can know everything. In fact, true genius often begins with admitting what you don't know. Think about Einstein. He was perfectly happy to admit he didn't know things because he believed that he left room for creativity. He famously said, I love this quote, everybody is a genius. I truly believe we all have a zone of genius. Everybody is a genius, he said, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Welcome to the education system. Up until now, that's what we're here to change, right? The idea that admitting I don't know makes you worthless or makes you basically unworthy to step up and share your gifts with the world, that's an old dysfunctional program. It's not true. It's never been true. Nobody knows everything. The greatest successes in the world didn't know everything. So give yourself permission to not know. And when then you're confident in your inherent worth, instead of these outer forms that the world might be looking for, then you're not afraid to ask and to learn and to explore and to leap and to fly and to try. And that's where innovation and real growth and real success begin. Okay, second false fable. I'm going to need a bit of water. Thank you for your patience. Okay, the second false fable is being imperfect makes you a failure. Ooh, ouch. How many of you hold back, procrastinate, tweak endlessly because you're terrified of making a mistake, of doing it and not having it fail, or doing it and having people jump all over you for it? Oh my gosh, if you have seen this event, I don't know what's going on. The technology, the organization, like so many things are just kind of exploding as we go along. But I'm not stopping, right? You can see that. And I'm not telling myself I'm a failure. You know, there can be a voice. Honestly, last night, there was a voice as I was getting really, really tired and trying to fix all of these things. And there was this voice going, you're failing at this. And I'm just, we all have that voice. It's just, what do we do with it? So I, put that voice in the back seat of the car and said, you know what? We're doing this no matter what, whatever it takes. So the challenge is, the problem is that if you believe in that voice, if you believe that one misstep, or, for this event, it's been like 100 missteps. If you believe that makes you a failure, it erodes your confidence completely, and it's going to set you up for self-doubt and procrastination and hesitation all along the way. But mistakes don't make you a failure. They are simply the steps you must climb to reach the next level. Thomas Edison is the famous one for this. When asked about his thousands of failures in inventing the light bulb, he said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Meaning he's getting closer and closer and closer to the way that does work. And that's true of all of us. True confidence and worthiness is not about never making a mistake. It's about knowing you are inherently worthy, regardless of the outcome, and that every mistake, so called, is just data. It's a learning point. It's a stepping stone to your next success. Right? Okay. Third, false fable. Stepping into my full power is unsafe, or I'm too much. How many of you deep down feel a subtle or not so subtle resistance to truly owning your brilliance? You might dim your light, hold back your unique gifts, shrink from opportunities. This shows up in so many ways. I'll get to that in a second, but it's because part of you believes that being fully seen, fully powerful, even fully magnetic is somehow dangerous or too much. This deep-seated fear erodes your confidence to lead, to speak your truth, to embody your mission. But your power is a gift, not a threat. Do you see that? When you hide, the world misses out on your unique light and your unique gift. And your true safety lies in your authentic expression. This is a hard thing to get, but I got this message when I was living in an ashram for 9 months, way back when. Now, hard to believe how long ago now, but I got really clear. It was a lot of work. It was 24/7 working on those inner programs. So one day the message came through to me that the only true safety lies in a heart that is 100% open. That nothing can harm a heart that is 100% open. And it took me a long time to figure out how that could be true. But the core of it is if you're not protecting yourself, there's nothing that can harm you. If you're just allowing that divine energy to be living through you, nothing can hurt you. The more light is shining out, the less anything that's anti-light, harmful, can get to you. So you see, all three of these fables, the fear of not knowing, the fear of making mistakes, the fear that your power is unsafe, these are all keeping you small. They're locking you in uncertainty and doubt, and they make you disown your own inherent worthiness, convincing you that you have to somehow, impossibly usually, earn your place and prove your value. And that is the death of confidence. This is the very root of imposter syndrome, this deep subconscious belief that you are not fundamentally worthy, and therefore you are a fraud. And when this core belief in unworthiness takes root, it manifests as these red flags in your life that are actively blocking your confidence and keeping you from your dreams, from your impact, from your income, from changing the world. So shall I go over those red flags? Oh, Shannon had to pop off for an appointment. Okay. Wishing you the best with that, Shannon. So let's do the red flags. Red flag number 1, excuses, excuses. This is when you find yourself constantly justifying inaction, delaying, or blaming external circumstances, all that kind of thing. There's a fellow I know, Jay Souter. Oh, I almost didn't remember. Jay Souter. He does this practice in one of his events that's like, are you getting results or are you giving excuses? And everything is either results or excuses. And when people start talking, it's pretty much always excuses. So this happens because a part of you doesn't feel worthy of the success that you can get from taking full responsibility. There's this fear of taking responsibility when you have this sense of unworthiness, lack of confidence, all of those things we were talking about earlier. The truth is, the blueprint for a happy and successful life is responsibility is empowerment. Empowerment and responsibility are the same thing. And we are often a little bit afraid of the responsibility. So we start making excuses, we start procrastinating, we start doubting ourselves, we start remaking our offers a million times, rewriting our emails a million times, way more than it needs. But when you own your own power that's rooted in your true worth, excuses will dissolve. Red flag number 2, the comparison trap. You're online, you're talking to other people, you're seeing other people succeeding, and seeming like it's so easy for them, and they're shooting so far past you, and suddenly your own offers feel inadequate. You can compare your offers to other people's offers and say, theirs is better. Or you can say, you know what, everybody else is doing it. Or you can say, this person who's a really big name is doing this. Who's ever going to find me or care about me doing something that's kind of similar? But again, this happens when you've forgotten that your unique inherent worth is indestructible and unquestionable. When you start seeking external validation, you get trapped in this comparison thing. The truth is, nobody has the gift that you particularly have. Nobody can bring it to the world in the way that you can bring it. I know there's people doing everything in the world, no matter what you want to do. There are people doing everything in the world. My spouse, for instance, is one of the many jobs, is a carpenter. There are a lot of carpenters, but people love working with my spouse because other carpenters don't show up on time, or they come, might be a small town community problem, but they might show up drunk. They walk away from the job half finished. They're not reliable. They make a mess. They're unpleasant to deal with. They curse like sailors. So some people like working with people like that. And some people, particularly women, prefer to work, I've found, with somebody who is more respectful and gentle and polite and reliable. So your gift is not anyone else's gift. You are going to say things in a way that is going to hit home for certain people in a way that nobody else has been able to do. Your gift is still valuable. There's 1 billion books in the world, probably literally 1 billion books in the world, maybe multiple billions. And yet every book that comes out is pretty much saying something that someone else has said, but in a new way, right? So success must be measured by your own internal self, your values, your beliefs, your unique voice, not anyone else. Your unique journey, born of your unique worth, your unique message and mission, that is your power. Red flag number 3, procrastination. Okay, this hits home, right? You know what you need to do, but you just can't seem to start. Or you can start a million things, but you just can't seem to finish. And this isn't laziness. We're not talking about laziness, and we're not talking about, if you're sick or have an energy deficiency issue that's keeping you going slowly at things. It's when you actually just don't complete something. You can't start it, you can't finish it. That shows a deep-seated hesitation in your subconscious, a fear, a resistance. Because when we have trouble believing in ourselves, or we're unsure of the value of our offerings, or we're unsure of the worthiness of the rewards in receiving from our offering, from our work, we tend to put off the steps we know we want or need to take. And it can come from just like, this is different. I haven't done this before. And it's procrastination when you have put it on your calendar, like say 3 times or more, and you still haven't done it. That's not circumstances, that's not stuff happening, that is procrastination happening. And this lack of confidence, it becomes a cycle. The more you procrastinate, the less confidence you're going to have. So the more you procrastinate, the less confidence you're going to have. Remember, I talked about you're either spiraling down or you're spiraling up. There's no such thing as a stasis point. Nothing is static in this world. That's what the point of this world, really. So you are either, you might not notice it, but you are either moving upwards to a new level or downwards to maybe an old level, or maybe just a level of stuff you really don't want. That's a lot to take in. But I want to just sum that up. These red flags are not who you are. These false fables are not who you are. And none of them are true reflections of reality. They're simply indications that there are these old stories, these old experiences, these old programs, lies and deceptions about your worth and value, and about your dreams and your mission. Those are still running in the background. And they are just, it's like trying to bicycle uphill with the brakes on. It's just not going to work. You're going to fall over a lot on top of not getting anywhere. But you have the power to change all of that. That's what this is about, right? That's the whole thing this is about. Because here's the ultimate truth, the antidote to it all. Are you ready? I really want you, if you can, to take a deep breath, relax, open your heart, and let your inner child hear this. This is not something even your conscious mind has to hear. Let your inner child hear this. Your worth isn't something you earn. It is not something you can earn. It is not something you can ever lose. It has not ever been in doubt. Your worthiness is an inherent divine truth of your being. It's the bedrock upon which all true confidence, all success, all everything good is built. Without it, without connecting with this truth, those fables and others will always undermine you, and those red flags will always be steering you down the wrong paths. We're going to talk about that again in a second. But this is the kind of deep work that truly transforms your inner landscape. And that is going to transform your outer results 100% completely. You cannot, at this point in time, with the world becoming energy, your results are more and more reflective of your energy than of your 3D actions, like physical actions in the world. You got to take the actions. I'm not saying you're not going to have to do that still, but the actions will not override your energy, your emotions, your thoughts the way they have in the past. So, for those of you who are ready to not just understand this, but to embody it and permanently rewire those patterns and truly take on your unshakable confidence, there is a clear path to making that happen. There is a proven system by which you can permanently, literally rewire the neural pathways and change how you live your life and what life gives you in return. I'll share more about how that works and how you can access it after our powerful magical practice today. And it's not a long thing, it's just a short overview, because the truth is I'm not inviting people. Yes, I want to invite you into something that's going to change your life. Like, why would I not want to do that? But it's not a sales pitch per se, because I'm not aiming to get everybody to sign up. That's the last thing I want. I want to find the right people who are ready and who I know this is going to make the difference for. This is going to change their life. So I do want to share this information with you, but please don't feel like I'm pressuring or I don't know what, because that's not my intention. That's not what I want to do. I want to help you. If you want help, I really, really want to help you. But I don't, if you're not ready, or if you've got something else going on, that's fine. Does that make sense? Okay. So, this is our magical portion for today. And before we start, it's important to ground ourselves and come back because we've been up in the head. I'm talking real fast because I know everybody wants to watch a real fast video. So, um, let's get a little calmer, a little slower. So, if with me, if you're willing to, if it's safe to, close your eyes or just, close out the outside world, however you can do that, and focus on your breath. I'm sorry, I unplugged the phone, but somehow it's still ringing. Focus on your breath. Technology. Feel your breath going down all the way deep into your belly and outside. Feel it expanding your whole torso in every direction from the bottom of your belly all the way to your collarbones. Not lifting the shoulders, but just expanding. Oh, I want to share this thing with you. This is so awesome. You might have wanted to know how to open your third eye or activate your pineal gland. And this is a really great way of getting into the subconscious place where you can start reprogramming. So I'm going to just share this with you. As you inhale, imagine in the center of your brain is a crystal pine cone shaped thing. And pine cone, it has all of those little scales, kind of like petals, and it's of crystal. And as you inhale, send your breath to that center of your brain, to that pine cone, and you will watch it light up and the petals start to open. And as you exhale, keep your focus on this light. So inhaling your breath to the third eye, to the center of your brain, the crystal pine cone, and then exhale and keep your attention on that. And one more time, a big breath. And then this time, as you exhale all the way out and then pause, release into the nothingness of the exhalation, the emptiness, and watch the pineal gland blossom open and flare into light as you hold this exhalation. I don't want you to hold, I want you to relax into that emptiness for as long as feels comfortable to you. And then when you're ready, inhale. So we have just activated your third eye, and we've also activated a gateway into your subconscious. I wasn't planning to share that, but that's something that I've been working with, and it's so good. I just couldn't resist. So continue that breathing into the third eye, and let these words go to your subconscious, to your inner child, to your heart, to the cells and the DNA and the energy field that make you up. You are worthy. You are worthy. By the very virtue that you are here, you're breathing. Something is breathing through you. You can control your breath. It's a very powerful tool, but most of the time you don't. You don't have to. Something is breathing you. Feel that if you can. Notice that something is breathing you. That something loves you infinitely, unchangeably. That something believes in your worth and value unquestionably, knows it to be truth. You are proven worthy by the fact that you exist. Notice that your heart is beating. You are not beating your heart. You can't even make that happen. It's happening for you. Something is beating your heart for you. What is that magical, miraculous essence, presence that is breathing you and beating your heart and keeping the spark of life, bringing the spark of life to this clay, this movable clay that you are temporarily inhabiting? Something powerful has already said you are worthy. You are worthy of life. And if you are worthy of life, you are worthy of all that life has to offer. It can't be any other way. That's what it means to be worthy of life. Something is saying that to you right now. You are worthy of life. You are worthy of all the good of life, all the pleasures in life, all the wonders of life, all the blessings, all the potential and possibilities, all the magic. Something has said that from the moment you were born, or even the moment you were conceived, and will say that, continue to say that, even beyond your moment of what we call death. Because once you cross over, you'll know this for yourself. You won't even have to try to remember it or believe it or think of it. This is the truth of you that you have only temporarily forgotten. The truth of you that makes you infinitely worthy. Infinitely worthy. No matter what. So I invite you to place your hands on your heart. Get quiet for a minute and feel your heart beating. Maybe you can even hear your heartbeat. This is the pulse of the divine source living through you. This is one with all the tides, with the seasons, with the turning of worlds and galaxies and universes. This is the same pulse. This is your holographic tiny piece of the pulse of the universe, which is a pulse of the divine. Receive each pulse of your heart the divine's assurance, its oneness with you, its immeasurable, unconditional love for you. Breathe that in. Breathe in the knowing of your true, essential worthiness and value. The truth of your eternal nature as a shining, perfect, growing, evolving, glorious soul. Your heart is the temple of the divine. It's where you can go to connect, to feel the presence and hear divine's guidance. The locus of your connection with your source, with infinite wisdom and omnipresent love. It is the seat of your unchanging worthiness and value. So just enjoy this delicious feeling. Can you relax your heart, relax your body, allow yourself to feel a little bit more of that? Welcoming the divine into your heart, the truth into your heart. 'Cause, 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 welcoming in the worthiness of your divinity. Do you want to keep out the divine, all the beauty and the empowerment and magic and miracles of the divine? Of course not, right? So, with your breath, allow this divine worthiness to take up residence and resonance in you. Breathe it in, receive it with a big, deep breath, and feel it as your breath become part of you from now forevermore. Integrated into your energy field, your DNA, your cells, your body, your heart, your mind. It is you. Offer thanks to the divine who lives within you and your own beautiful light that wants to shine through you more and more. It is done. Say and feel with me, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Blessed be. Amen. Aho. Whatever your sacred words are. How does it feel to connect in with that again? This is the truth of you that wants to live more into the world. This is the part of you that is the source of that urge you are feeling more and more to do something, to make a change, to live your dreams, to share your message and your gifts with the world. That's where this voice comes from. It comes through you from the divine. So, for those of you who want more than insights, who want to create the results that you've been dreaming of and give voice to that message coming through your heart, I want to share this knowledge with you. There are 3 keys that every successful person needs. And every successful person has gotten these things for themselves so that they could become the successful person they are. Every single one, I promise. Do your research. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. And you will find this is true. There are 3 things you need. You need knowledgeable guidance. You need support. And you need accountability. Knowledgeable guidance means really what you're doing is you're offloading the learning curve. If there's this big, winding, curving, looping, Jeremy Beremy road to success, to where your dreams live, you can travel that road by yourself for sure. But if you hire a guide, someone with a great map and a strong sense of direction and plenty of experience in this territory, someone you can trust. Here's the thing. It's not just any guide. And if you'll allow me to go off a little bit, I have noticed that it is now marketing speak for people to say, oh, I'm so empathic, I'm so intuitive, I'm so loving and heart-centered, I really, really care about you. And they don't mean it. It's just marketing speak. And someday I might tell you the story, but that's basically why I got into coaching entrepreneurs instead of just being a spiritual teacher as I was for so many, well, for decades. I thought people need somebody who really means it. So the thing about a knowledgeable guide is it has to be someone you can trust. Someone who can take you by the hand and guide you step by step in the right direction and have your back along the journey and make it about you more than about them. And then that guide can bypass all of that craziness and take you right to the dream. That's the value of having a knowledgeable guide. It cuts years, decades off your journey. I know for myself, it was decades. So the second point is support. It's important to have people who believe in you all around you. And most of us don't have that in the outside world. So when your old saboteur starts to rise up, you need someone who can remind you, who can see your divine potential and guide you to that every step of the way. This can be partly community, of a community of like-minded souls on the same path, cheering you on, sharing their breakthroughs, sharing their challenges, lifting you up when you stumble. This isn't just about moral support. This is the important thing. This is being surrounded by a field of collective confidence and belief and magnetic energy that becomes magical. Magic for each of us, like each of the people in the group. That keeps your inspiration high, keeps your motivation burning bright, and overcomes those tendencies to shrink and hide. And accountability is, you probably know if you've ever achieved anything big in your life, accountability is really necessary. Like, how often do you set big goals only to find yourself procrastinating or getting sidetracked or letting it go and trying something else, right? And New Year's resolutions are a perfect and yet terrible example of this, because they say something like 97% of New Year's resolutions have failed or been given up within a month. So accountability is that powerful force that keeps you committed and on track to your transformation. It's having a clear path forward and someone to gently and lovingly and firmly hold you to your highest vision, to your own truth. Does that make sense? Like creating an environment where taking consistent, aligned action, productive action, becomes natural and inevitable. And what I love about this in terms of this event is that builds your confidence with every step. And it's also magical because it's sending a clear magnetic signal to the universe that you are truly ready for this. You're ready to do this and you're ready to receive. So those three things are what every successful person needs. And you can maybe do it without. People have. But that way is long and slow and tedious and heartbreaking and horrific from my own experience. So if you want to speed up the process, those are the three things you need. And Bust the Blocks is really where we take this foundational understanding of what we've been doing in this event and what we're going to do in the next 2 days or 3 days or something. And we transform it into powerful real world results where you learn how to take your dreams and start empowering them and activating them with energy, with magic, with universal creational power, and erasing and clearing out the blocks and the energy patterns and the limiting beliefs and all of those things that are holding you back and keeping you stuck, so that you can be confident and effective and walk into any situation and feel capable of dealing with it successfully. Turning, more than that, turning obstacles into opportunities. That's magic, right? So this builds a super strong foundational base in your business, in magic, in intuition, in energetic clearings, energy transmissions. And you'll be doing that with the support of an expert mentor and one of the, leading spiritual teachers and magical teachers in the world. And you've met the people in this group, in this Facebook group. They're a fantastic bunch, right? This is the support system so that you can walk away with the confidence you deserve and to really own the words, the knowing, I am worthy, I am deserving, my dream matters to the world. I can do this. I'm a success. It's time to tap into your dream, to tap into your power, clear what's in the way. The whole earth is waiting. And I'm going to do something really crazy for the people in this event that I've never done before. Um, well, I don't want to just drop it there. I'll just tell you briefly. Last time I ran this Bust the Blocks is valued at $24.97, and it is worth it because every single person who's taken that course has said this is the best program I've ever taken, like unanimously. You can see that in the testimonials. The last time I ran it, I charged $14.97, and everybody loved it. And this time, I'm going to do it for a lot less, like a third of that price. Because, well, I don't want to get too much into it. I'll talk about why another day. That's enough. We're over time today. It's gone a little bit over, so I want to end now. But I really honor you and bless you for taking this journey for yourself. And I'm grateful for you to be here with me and allow me to be your guide through this part of it. I can't wait to see what you have come up with in for your assignment for today. You can find all the stuff you need. The video training for today, as well as this live, will be there. And the handout for today is all in the Facebook group. So go and grab it there and do the work. It's short, it's quick, but it's effective and it's powerful. And there's a reason why I've chosen these particular things for you to do. We want to get you to greater confidence. We want to start eradicating imposter syndrome. Take the actions. You deserve it. Your mission is crying out for you. The earth is crying out for you. Your clients, your potential clients are crying out for you. So have fun with it. Take it in, breathe it in, start becoming the person you're meant to be. And I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great day 3. Where is the button? Button.